All right, I had several ideas of what to talk about in terms of math education, and then I just couldn't figure out how to put it all together. And then I realized I'm going to Indianapolis, so I present the race for the checkered flag, or a cheap exploitation of the conference location as a hook for an Ignite talk. All right, I talk too fast. The cars are classrooms. We have new cars, we have old cars, we have rusty cars, we have cars that always seem to have a flat tire first period every morning. We have cars from other countries, we have cars that speak different languages, but we need to make them all succeed. They all need to win the race. Teachers in the house? Yeah! You are the drivers. We have new drivers, we have veteran drivers. We have been drivers who've been driving for 30 years, and who dare tell me I have to do it differently now? All right, see, I talk too fast. Oh, this didn't change from Tuesday. The crew chief, it's the supervisors. Those are the people who have to make the decisions. How to prepare the car, how much gas do I put in the car, how do I make sure the driver's properly trained for the race. They're the folks who need to get us ready to succeed in the classroom. And of course we have to deal with owners and administrators. They decide where the race is held. They get to decide how long the race is going to be. They get to decide how much money you get to help the car be ready for the race and to win the race. And they're the owners and administrators, great picture. And then we have fans. Fans are incredibly passionate. Fans always want their driver to win. The picture I wanted to put up here, there's a picture of a guy who liked Dale Earnhardt Jr. so much that he shaved the 3 into his back hair. They're not always logical, they don't always go to get the picture, but they want two things. They want their driver to be the champion. They want their school district to be the one that has the great real estate values, because our schools are the best. They want their road to be at the top. And if you live in Texas, you want your football team to win every game. So we go for our champs. Unfortunately, we also want to see wrecks. People like really awesome wrecks. Unfortunately, when you read the media, schools more often make the newspaper for the crises, the things that go wrong, than the things that go right. Because unfortunately, it's not that we just want people to be on the top, but we have to make sure there's people below us. There's an incredibly large number of variables that go into preparing for a race. Where's the race going to be held? Is it a dirt track? Is it a super speedway? Or is it a road track? What's the weather going to be like? Where am I starting the race from? An incredible amount of variables that you teachers have to deal with. You have to start. You have to pick and prepare your engine. Those of you that get to deal the fun with curriculum guides and picking the right textbook and picking the right material, setting a scope and sequence, making sure you cover everything before the test is an incredibly important challenge. 1 billion decisions you make before you even enter the classroom. The right set of tires has never won a race, but the right set of tires can definitely lose you a race. You have to pick the supplies you need to fit your race, your driver, and your car. Whether it's the right technology, the right manipulatives, but you all use Geometer's Sketchpad. NASCAR a couple years ago came up with something called the Car of Tomorrow. They wanted to make racing cheaper. They wanted to make it easier for cars to be successful. They came up with one model and said, okay, all the cars are going to be the same. They look different on the outside, but they're the same. Math education, we did the same thing. We call it the Common Core. Once the race starts, there's 1 billion instructional decisions. You hear people negative about NASCAR say, well, all they do is make 4 left turns. It's not really very difficult. Teachers, all you do is teach for 45 minutes, and then the next group comes in, you do it again. It can't be very difficult. We know there's 1 billion decisions. Green flag racing is what it's all about. Once the class starts, you make decisions every second. Instructional decisions that determine whether your kids are successful or not. What question do you ask? How much wait time do you give? How do you differentiate the lesson? What do you do because I can't get the CBR to work? Communication from another view is incredibly important in racing and in the classroom. In racing, they have something called a spotter. Spotters stand at the top, and they radio to the driver. Where are the wrecks? What cars are going slow? Where does there seem to be oil on the track? We also have people, PD people, supervisors that provide the same thing. Together, the driver, the math supervisor, the PD provider, they help you diagnose what are the problems. That car is a little tight going into the corner. I can't seem to accelerate. I can't seem to keep my tire pressure up. Communication between all parties involved. Diagnose the problem, and then you have a pit stop. Pit stop's known as professional development. We want to do it quickly, we want to do it efficiently, and because it is, nowadays, as cheaply as possible, so we do a pit stop, we try to get you back out there so you can win the race, because we all know it's about the checkered flag. But what does the checkered flag mean in math education? Is it good scores on a standardized test? Does it mean the kids get an A? I love Corey's talk on grades. Or does it mean just that aha moment when the kid finally gets something they never got before? We're all after the checkered flag because ultimately what we're for is the thrill of victory. To get on that victory stand, to know that kids are successful in mathematics, that we've helped kids think, we've helped kids achieve in ways they haven't before. So since I'm the last talk, ladies and gentlemen, get fired up, because here we go. It froze. Ladies and gentlemen, stop!